Here to keep the chase going, share information, spread unity, preserve our heritage and our culture. We're trying to achieve something that you just can't catch. We're always trying to find a better way, trying to make better dogs. That's what Dixie Doggers Podcast is. That's who we are.
This episode is brought to you by Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company. Marc Rankin specializes in Brahma and Brahma Cross cattle in Oglethorpe County, Georgia. You can contact him at 407-832-2077. 407-832-2077. This episode is also brought to you by Phil Wilson of UC Hunting Properties. If you're buying or selling land, farms, or hunting property, these folks know land. You can contact him at 678-791-3483, 678-791-3483, or visit his website down below in the description. All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Technical Tuesday, and today we will be going over some Garmin handhelds. So I'll be going over from the Alpha 100, 200, and 300 series handhelds. So, kind of just go over some of the changes and things like that and how they've progressed. So to start, the Alpha 100, so they're all going to have about the same range and stuff like that. And I believe everything's up to 9 miles. So the Alpha 100 has a battery life of up to 20 hours. 200 got a bigger screen. It went up to 3.5 inches. The battery life is going to be about the same, and they also switched from the original Garmin USB to a high-speed micro USB. And then the Alpha 300 is where the battery starts getting much better. So the battery life on the Alpha 300 is up to 55 hours, and they changed the port to a high-speed USB-C. So if you're an Android user, this is much more compatible with all your newer Android products. So they upgraded the batteries, and I believe if you order a new Garmin battery, it is the same one that's in the new Alpha 300. So, you could upgrade your 200 battery if you just needed that. But other things they did with the Alpha 300 is so they gave you channel view. So this is not available on Alpha 100 or Alpha 200. And so what channel view does is allow you to open up and look at each individual ID that you have, communication ID, and it can show if it has interference or if that individual spot is open on that channel. So you can also share your dog list on the Alpha 300. They also made the screen is more clear. What they said has more pixels. I know it is brighter. You can turn the backlight up brighter for sure. And overall, I think the USB-C, the battery life, and the channel view are all things on the Alpha 300 that definitely make it worth getting if you frequently hunt with large groups of people. But if you hunt by yourself or only hunt with a few people that have a few dogs, if there's not going to be 10, 15 collars on the ground every time, but Alpha 100, Alpha 200 definitely more than navigatable to mitigate interference and stuff like that. But if you're constantly going hunting with large groups of people or hunt a lot of dogs or something like that, and you're having interference issues regularly on every hunt, the Alpha 300 can really, really make it easy, and they made it super accessible and a good way to clean it up. So that's all for this week. See you next week. Thank you. Hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Stay tuned for our new episodes every Monday and Wednesday. For questions, advertising, or just to chat, email DixieDoggers01@gmail.com.